Hey everyone, I decided to do a couple video reviews of a few things I've been playing, a movie I've seen recently. This video I'm going to talk about Silent Hill HD Collection and talk a little bit also about Silent Hill Downpour. Don't have the box for it right now, but my brother has it. I'm just going to give you a disclaimer. I am being fucked up by allergies right now. Really badly, so yeah, so my speech is kind of off, and I'll probably be blinking a lot, and just allergies right now, so I'm not going to be 100%, but I really do want to talk about these games. I even made a couple videos already of them talking about Silent Hill, and I didn't upload them because, again, with my allergies, they were really bad, so I feel like I should be redoing it. I feel a little bit better. So, Silent Hill HD Collection, it came off for PS3. I'm not sure if it came off for Xbox 360 or not, but it's definitely out for PS3, and I got it, obviously. But, I kind of have a little mixed feelings about it. Just a little mixed feelings. It's mostly positive, but it's kind of one of those situations where I feel like, well, it's not like I had to get it, but I got it anyway. It doesn't seem like one of those purchases that you have to get, especially if you already had the PS2 versions of the game with the PS2, of course. And if you don't have one, or don't have a PS2, don't have these games, then this might, maybe you should check these out. Especially if you've never played these games before. Silent Hill is probably one of my favorite series, favorite game series. Give it here, Skippy. It's definitely one of my favorite series of all time to play, and I don't look at the movie. Don't look at the movie for reference on this Silent Hill games. Like, even if you liked it, I don't know, to me it's very different from video game series. It kind of misses the point to me. For me, it misses the point entirely what the series is about. But Silent Hill is just awesome. And I was really excited to get these games on PS3. Playing them in HD quality, they cleaned the graphics, it's now in widescreen, and yeah. This one, and the reason I have mixed feelings about this is one huge thing. There's one big thing, and this may be a personal thing, but I do think it's a very important issue, is the fact that the HD collection excludes Silent Hill 4. And to me, that's kind of like if you had the Indiana Jones trilogy, because the second one was probably the least liked one, you left that out. You have an incomplete package, basically. That's what I'm feeling I'm getting with this. It's like, I'm getting 2 and 3, but I'm not getting 4. And it was a PS2 game, and I personally liked it. I thought it was a really good game. I know a lot of people who say otherwise, but again, there were a lot of people that did like it, and I do think it should have been included in this collection, especially since it was part of the PS2 library. It just seems perfect for like a trilogy, and it was also made by Team Silent, the original creators of the Silent Hill games. They made 1 through 4. Yeah, so I don't know. The exclusion of 4 kind of bothers me. This package seems really incomplete. Some people might be like, why didn't they include 1 as well? Why would you want an HD remake of a PS1 game? You would have widescreen maybe, and clear graphics of crappy graphics? I'm not like a graphics or anything, but really, do you want to see like crystal clear of the really muddy graphics of the PS1 era? And besides, you can get on the PSN or PlayStation Network, I think it's called. So I just got my PS3 like Christmas, and I'm still getting kind of used to all the names and everything. It's only, it's pretty much, I pretty much use it now. Just on my Xbox 360. I'm keeping my 360 though for other stuff. Like I still play Alan Wake here and there. It's a great game. Getting sidetracked. But another thing I feel is incomplete with this game is the exclusion of the voice acting for the original voice acting. He's back. The original voice acting for 3. Apparently there's some weird mix-up, or there's some sort of issue. I think they couldn't get the consent from the voice actors who played Heather to use her voice or use her voice recordings in the game. Some sort of rights legal issue, and they just couldn't get her in time, so they had to do all the voice work. And this is the same case for 2, but in the case for 2, they actually were able to include the original voice acting. So it's kind of weird because again, it feels a little incomplete that you don't have the original voice acting for one of the games, but you have it for another one. It wouldn't be too much of an issue, but and it may not be an issue for you guys if you're brand new to the series. And I don't know, maybe veterans might not have an issue with this, but I kind of do. I don't want to seem extremely biased. I know I'm a big fan of the series, and you know I grew up with the series, but I'm open to new things. I'm not like harping on all the new games that are coming out. I'm excited to try them out and see what developers can do with the series. You know, it's not Team Solid anymore. I'm over that. Yeah, I wish they were still around making games, obviously, but you know what? What's the past is the past. Let's look forward to the future, see what awesome new things can be made, right? But the new voice acting, it's not bad per se, but it's off-putting to me. Really off-putting. Like, none of the voice actors or actresses really seem to fit the character really well. And no, that's not to say that the original voice acting was good either. I mean, sometimes it was pretty bad. There's some cases of English. Yeah, there's some cases of English, but I don't know. There's something about the original voice actors. They seem to really just nail the character. They seem to really naturally fit. And with the new voice acting, it's like it doesn't seem to work. It doesn't seem to work at all for me. It seems really off, especially when you got like the original voice actress for Heather. I'm sorry. You get the original voice actress for Heather, and she did a really good job with that character. I think probably one of the strongest points of that game is Heather, the main character, the main protagonist of Silent Hill 3, the character that you play. She is a really good character, and she brings that character to life. And the new voice actress, well, is just not cut it for me. It doesn't. She does not cut. She does not do well for me at all. I can't say that she does a bad job. I don't think she does that great of a job personally. But compared to other actors and actresses playing in doing the roles of the Silent Hill games, like the new ones, she's probably one of the weaker ones. So yeah, especially in comparison to I think Heather. God, what was her name? Heather. She's also the actress is named Heather too, so it's really confusing to me. Yeah, but for the most part, most of the voice acting is okay. It just seems they just don't seem to really naturally fit to me. If you're new to the series, you probably won't have. I don't think you'll have an issue with it. You might not. I don't know. So that's one of the other main issues. It's kind of like, you might think that I'm maybe just kind of bitching about it. I'm really not though. Like seriously, I was playing 3. I was playing on my PS3, and I just was so put off with the voice acting, and a few other things I'll get to in a second, that I ended up just getting my PS2. I started playing it. I just started playing the PS2 version of Silent Hill 3. I prefer it on the PS2, honestly. I mean, it looks great, but it doesn't run so great. I'll get to that, but yeah, it just seems to work better on the PS2. What the gameplay, I'll get to that. The gameplay for both these games are intact. There's like nothing really changed about any of these. I think Silent Hill 3 has the most changes to them. One of the most jarring to them, to me, is the fact that, you know, apart from the audio, you know, voice actors and actresses and blah blah blah. This is just me, maybe, but I use Final Cut Pro for editing all my videos. You know, I use Soundtrack Pro, and I usually use like their loops. That's in the sound library. Yeah, what's this stuff? What is my dog doing? He is really itchy, apparently. Hope he doesn't play this. Skipper. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Get up here. Eat. But there's a sound effect in Silent Hill 3 that was originally not in there, that I found in the HD collection, and it just seems so out of place and weird to me. That I've used that sound effect before at one point. The dice. But yeah, that was just like a personal thing for me. It's just to hear a little weird sound from Final Cut Studios on the Silent Hill game. It seems so unnecessary. But another big issue I have, why I switched over to PS2, is because the game doesn't run as well on the PS3. And the HD collection doesn't work quite as well. It doesn't run smoothly. There's some slowdowns. It's not like choppy. It just slows down. And this is just for Silent Hill 3. Silent Hill 2 runs perfectly. It looks great. I think there's like, in some cases, I did play the PC, so I'm not sure if I'm mixing this up a bit, but I think this is true, is that there's some oh yeah, the audio sometimes whenever there's any dialogue into, the audio sometimes goes out of sync with the characters. Whenever the characters are talking, you have the animation going on, and then like the audio is like either maybe a second ahead or a second behind, and they can fix that with patch. And I'm hoping they do patch a few things, because it would make the overall experience for 3 definitely a lot better. But 3, yeah, there's a lot of slowdown, and it's not like unplayable. It's not playable at all. It's still very playable, but it's just kind of like, you could have probably fixed that. I don't know, just that added with the fact that there are so many other little things with 3 that kind of bother me. That's why I just switched over to PS2. But overall, what I get, the HD collection, you know, Silent Hill 2 is a great game. 3 is also a great game. I would, if you are a brand new fan to the series and you're interested to see what all the fuss is about the Silent Hill games, and you don't have a PS2, I would get this. I mean, at least Silent Hill 2 is like a really good game. It's probably worth the price, honestly. It's really good. It's a great game. I think 2 is like considered probably the best in the series. That's up to debate, but I think amongst most Silent Hill fans, they would argue that Silent Hill 2 is the best. And this runs perfectly. It runs pretty much fine. You know, audio loop or desyncing or out of sync audio. Hopefully they got that fixed. I don't know. But it's not bad. It's like everything else runs perfectly fine. And 3 is a great game as well. I mean, you got, I don't know. For me personally, I can't get into it on this. I'm sure that probably as a newcomer, you probably get into this fine. I'm just being an old cranky guy who cranky fans, I guess, maybe. I'm trying not to, but you know, there's some things that just really put me off with this version of Silent Hill 3. But you'll probably be okay with it. It runs decently. It's not like, you know, the frame rate doesn't like scatter everywhere. It's just like it slows down in some areas, and then it goes right back up later. He's sick out there, buddy. Arcade, don't stay down there. I'm a great dog trainer, apparently. So yeah, it didn't cost that much. I mean, if you already have these games for PS2, you don't need to get this. I mean, especially with the exclusion of 4, you don't really need to get this. You know, if you want to, fine, but you're honestly not going to miss anything from not getting this. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Silent Hill Downpour. Where do I begin with that one?